Let's taxi out now. Now we got clearance. Sucker leaned. Okay. We're doing it now. Yeah, this isn't the most exciting departure, but it's pretty cool. Going into Juneau is going to be really fun. Pretty nice little scenery for being free.
I feel the need for speed.
Yeah, let's get some speed down this taxiway, Finbar. Good call. You like that, Darkin? There's some pretty legit ones in there. Yeah, we're pretty damn close. Toto, me too, man. So much. I love it so much. And this thing doesn't have brakes that work. All right. Runway 27, and let's see if I remember where the autopilot is. Gonna go up to go 6,500. That should be plenty. Let's go full mixture. We didn't have those on to begin with. Okay. Let's check it out. Everything looks good. It's a pretty sweet looking plane, my God. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, the Aspen does look really cool. It's no, that's that came stock on it. It's a pain in the butt to read, and I've actually flown in a Skyhawk in real life that has one of these, and it's not my favorite. These numbers are so tiny, and on the monitor they're just basically, you know, each number is 2 pixels. Lord Vold, what's happening? All right, here we go. Let's get out of Ketchikan. All right, airspeed is alive. Everything looks like it's in the green. Looks good. Coming up on 80. And let's pull her back. Rotate. Nice. Positive rate. Gear is coming up. Right. Did not tap the brakes, but you know. Oh, I know. It's so thick. And the I actually sat in my first Bonanza this weekend, and that was the first thing I thought. I mean, they're like stubby but thick. Yeah, we've got a nice salmon meal in the works right now. Julia's just working on the vegetables. I just I cut off the Julia feed just so we can take off here and make sure OBS is treating us nicely. Take a look at the little airport behind us. So it's a pretty cool airport. And it's beautiful, beautiful scenery, but wait till you see it compared to Juneau. That place is freaking awesome. Short and thick. Look at that wing. That is a thick, stubby wing. Compare that with a diamond. Nice little VGs on there, though. So we do have some ortho issues. What's up, Nightmare? And there's some weird stuff going on up here. So that's not snow. That's just like missing image. So let's just fly right over that and pretend like we don't see it. I-Wing, what's up, man? So what did we say VY was in this? 110. So we're right at VY right now. Yeah, Alaska is a bit of a mess. But coming into Juneau looks amazing. That's what we're worried about. All right, what are we heading up to? 65. And we're just on our line anyway. That thing was straight out. So let's go get that on here. Let's go to nav, and we've got vertical speed. We're gonna be up at 2. We could probably comfortably climb out at 850. Nightmare, that's awesome. It's gorgeous up here, minus the missing scenery. Catalina did this for me on Vanilla X-Plane, and we're just gonna not look to the right. That looks pretty terrible. Marcus is in the house.
Bill's one of my favorite guys to yell at.
That's right, Marcus. That is right. Yeah, look at that missing scenery. Whoopsie. That looks good though. Yeah, you like that? All right, Marcus, you'll really like this one. The audio, the volume might be too low, but let's. This is the famous one. So I have to work on that audio, but that is the famous "You Can Hold Your Breath," followed by.
Taxi on your merry way, and if I need you, I will contact you.
Oh my god. Yeah, the taxi one is nice and loud. Okay, as we're climbing out here, we've got we're gonna be, we've got about 1,000 feet to go. Let's check in with our little chef. No, right. I didn't find that, but that would be a good one to grab for sure. We might have a clip of that. If we've got it clipped, that would be pretty easy. All right.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. So, yep, there you go. Yes. Okay, everybody. So now that we're coming up to our cruising altitude.
Bank angle, bank
Oh.
angle, bank angle.
Marcus, welcome, dude. Thank you for the subscription. Now you can spam yell at all day long. You guys are killing me tonight. That's a pretty good one too. Okay, so let's go to Julia Cam. Julia, we're going to you right now. What's up, Black Belt?
Up?
Cessna Skyhawk.
Can you hear me?
204.
Yes.
Is it working?
Yeah, and Marcus just dropped the Julia F-bomb.
Oh, not yet. Too early for that.
All right, so we're on our way to Juneau, Alaska. What do you have? What are you working on for us?
Well, right now I'm just prepping the salmon. I'm gonna put it in the oven pretty soon because everything will take probably like 40 or 45 minutes to make. So I think you guys saw me getting the veggies ready.
So what? Oh, that's a perfect shot. So what do you have in there? I can't really tell what's in there.
All the good things. I have baby asparagus, yellow squash, zucchini, and
So the yellow squash is the stuff that looks like lime or lemon, but is not, obviously.
no, it looks like a squash. Looks like this.
Yeah, those guys are good.
Yeah, and then there's my favorite. These little, they're called San Marzano tomatoes, but they're like the mini version, and they're delicious, especially when they're cooked in the oven. They're so good.
What else did you put? Is that olive oil and like seasoning in the vegetables?
Yeah, so I just put just regular old olive oil,
Which is
some
pretty much
salt,
all both of us eat, by the way. It's just anything whatever we make, it just
lots
has
of olive oil, like
olive
every
oil
kind
on
of
it.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
So I just put that, some salt, pepper, dried thyme,
Okay.
and then we have this lovely living rosemary plant. And
Oh,
so
I didn't know
put
we had that.
in there.
You put the actual rosemary from the plant in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the salmon too. It'll be really good.
Dope. Okay, Ernie wants to know what is in the saucepan.
Oh, I'm making because we don't really eat like potatoes or
Starch stuff.
that kind of thing like ever. So, but I needed something else to go with this. So I'm making some quinoa.
Okay. Yeah, so quinoa is a really hipstery, trendy food that I had no idea. Like the first time that you made that, I was like, "What in the hell is this?"
Yeah, but it's so good for you, and if you have like digestive issues,
Don't out anybody on the stream.
I'm not. But if you have digestive issues, this is actually really good for it because it's like natural digestive aid. And I don't know how many people on this stream care, but it's gluten-free. So if you have sensitivities to gluten or starch or wheat,
Yeah,
that
this
kind of
is
stuff.
this is definitely not a gluten allergy crew. If I am
I know, but I
going
mean,
to guess.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
It's good. It tastes, I don't know. I'm not really like a potato person, but I like to have some sort of like starchy thing. This is a good substitute. It also has a lot of protein in it too. So The more you know.
Well, Marcus thinks that due to the lack of gluten, that something to pair with this meal would be a big cheeseburger.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
You have a for Marcus?
No, well, I mean, it'll be for everybody, but you get to eat it.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Part of dessert?
Yeah.
Is it a dessert thing or is it part of the meal?
I'm not gonna say,
Wow. That's big time.
but it's not very healthy.
Oh
So-
boy. Bacon wrapped salmon. Ryan's calling it right now.
No, I don't eat bacon.
Oh my gosh. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me just check to make sure that our plane is not flying into a mountain or anything. You're looking good. Yep, don't look at that. Look at this scenery. Good lord, that's amazing. Oh, and High Wing's gonna yell at me because I didn't lean it. We're gonna keep the manifold pressure up. Okay, we'll just leave this in. Holy crap! Nope, not that view. Let's leave it in this view so we can kind of take a look at that every once in a while. All right. Okay, Julia, what? We're back to you.
All right. What do you want to know?
What are you doing? What do you have on the salmon?
I did. Hang on. I don't want to touch these.
Toto had to bounce because this is too painful for him to watch on an empty stomach.
Oh, come back.
Toto, get a snack and come hang out.
This is the salmon that I'm making. It just they're
Ooh.
called barbecue cuts.
Okay,
which-
that's who asked that? Somebody when you guys asked what kind of salmon it was. Oh, MJ. Okay, so it's a steak cut salmon.
No. It's a barbecue cut salmon, and I actually am pretty sure that it's wild Alaskan,
Yeah,
which would be appropriate, you know?
obviously. That was done on purpose, everybody, as we fly into IMC conditions.
But
Don't-
this is honestly, this salmon is so good. We lived in, obviously everybody knows, we lived in Seattle for 4 years, so we ate a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
And I like salmon, and it's like good for you and whatever. But this salmon that we get from Trader Joe's is so good. It doesn't taste super fishy, which I hate when fish is fishy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
That
But
makes a
anyway.
lot of sense.
I just did the olive oil, the lemon, fresh rosemary, and thyme, salt and pepper on this, same as what's on the vegetables. So I'm going to wrap them up in a little boat and do the same with the vegetables and pop them in the oven. And that's it.
And you have the thyme on there from the plant.
No, rosemary.
Rosemary. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, Maria has a question. Maria, what is your question? My question for you is, why are you not in bed? It is way past your bedtime.
Not yet.
It's before 8:30. That's before Maria's bedtime. Mom, it's salmon. We don't we say salmon on here? Yeah. You gotta read, Maria. Jeez. We're up in your neck of the woods, though, Mom. We're in Alaska.
For Foxtrot Golf, you can save your breath. You've already got your landing clearance. Once you get your landing clearance, no need to report positions.
Marcus, I'm gonna crank the volume on that because it's so good. It is so freaking good. And I hope you're able to see the bot emoji in there.
I said seagulls.
Stop it now. Yeah, those veggies do look really, really good. That yellow squash, it looks like a lemon to me. I know she thinks I'm a jackass for thinking that it looks like lemon, but it honestly does to me look a lot like lemon. So my brain is thinking citrus, and then I eat it, and it's sweet.
I don't think you're a jackass. I can see how you would think it looks like a lemon from this view.
Nightmare, that is one of my favorite songs ever. So I added that audio clip for when I get a bird strike on Final Approach, which seems to happen quite a bit on Pilot Edge. So the seagulls are gonna come and get me. If I had your giant feet out there on the beach. Okay, Julia, show us what you're doing there. Because this is kind of an interesting. Let's get her headphones in.
What?
Okay, so explain just like in general what you're doing with the foil and how you're, like what you're cooking it at and what the temperatures are and everything.
I am cooking it in a gas stove, so that's exciting. 425, and because I have some time, because the salmon will take probably 40 or 45 minutes, I'm just gonna cook the veggies along with it, but in its own, I call it a boat. It's like a tinfoil boats for each of them, kind of like how you would cook them up if you were gonna do it on the grill.
On a barbecue, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Is a boat, like, or did you make that
I
up?
don't know. It's just what I call it.
So
Like-
you actually coined a term.
No, I doubt it.
Well, but you don't know. You may have, but
No,
you.
I'm sure that I am almost positive someone else.
Someone
made
at
that
some
up, and
point
I just,
told you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna stick it in the oven now. Otherwise, we're never gonna eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay,
And
so.
then
Oh.
I'm gonna cook this green quinoa.
Yeah, so put shove the salmon in the oven with the veggies, and then walk me through the quinoa thing, because I still don't know how to make that,
Okay, I'm aware.
because it's
Okay, let me
yeah
put this in the oven.
yeah get it
but
in
I
the
have to-
oven and
I'm
come
done.
on back.
All right.
Okay. Marcus, that was so much fun meeting you, and I could not believe that you had remembered who I was, because I have a feeling that I obviously knew who you were, and you can hear in the video as I just got yelled at by you, I am like laughing, and I'm just like, man, I love this guy. I said it in that clip. I was like, I freaking love this guy. Yeah, I do have the water. Yeah, the smoothed out water. It looks so much better. Yeah. Yeah, it does it every once in a while. I'll get into a spot where it will like glitch out with some reflections and stuff, but generally speaking, it looks pretty good. Let's see if we can pull outside the plane. Yeah, like it'll kind of do some goofy things like that. Yes, it is the Lua script. Well, we'll take a look at it once we get closer. But freaking good looking plane though. Yeah, it's a really nice plugin, and it's really simple to use. You can't really change it on the fly. You actually have to delete the folder, so you have to you have like a main folder that's not active, and then you drop in like high, medium, or low, I think. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Maria, we're getting there. Yeah, Black Belt. What's the news? Hit me with it. They're giving away Pipers to anybody over 6'4". My dad got transferred to a new project at Lockheed. That sounds pretty freaking... Holy crap. The X-59. Something tells me that that plane is not slow. Jesus, look at that nose on that. That's awesome. That is awesome. So it's just like a really fast banner tow plane, right? That's freaking awesome. Yeah, that is really, really cool. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's awesome. AK Corton, did I get that right? Yeah, Julia is joining us on the stream. It's quiet supersonic. Damn, that's cool. Yeah, we're flying to Juneau, Alaska, and while we do that, Julia is preparing a Alaskan salmon, and we're just skimming across the hills here. Arizona, what's happening? All right, let's see where we're at. Close are we? Okay, so we're about 26 miles from Yikax, or whatever the hell the name of that thing is. From Doozy. Then we've got... Alright, yeah, and then it's pretty much a straight shot. Cool. Yeah, we're on time. Yeah, I bet, Black Belt. That's awesome. Can you see Russia from here? Not from down here. Further up. Further up we can. AK Corden, welcome aboard officially, man. That is awesome for you to join us. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone that's watching tonight. We've been working on this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm other than OBS at the beginning, which is what happened to me earlier in the week. But I'm happy that seems to be holding strong right now. Jambo, what's happening? What is happening? Let's see. Ryan, which ones would you like here? We did Yell At, we did Top Gun. This is a good one. I like this one.
There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Maria, will you quit criticizing our stream, okay? There's not much out these windows. Look at that. This is your beloved Pacific Northwest. And you're criticizing this view? This view you're criticizing, Maria. God damn. All right, Marcus. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope so too. Jambo, when my dad worked for Lockheed, he wasn't allowed to talk about his projects. Mostly, he was spying on the USSR. Still, he hasn't told me exactly. That's pretty rad. Nightmare, I agree. So I was going back and forth earlier in the week about a twin, and all of the twins that I was looking at. Well, first of all, if you haven't looked into it, X-Plane suffers from a little we're a little bit starved for choice in the payware twin arena. But for as fast as this thing is, there's really not much else that's quicker, or much quicker in like the piston twin department. So I had this plane, and it'll do 160 or 170-ish knots. Let's actually check in what are we doing here. Yeah, 178. 178 true, so that's pretty good. Ground speed 178. So that's pretty quick for a single. So, you know, getting a bigger twin, I don't know. There wasn't one that was like so good looking that it was a no-brainer, even with the the lack of speed. So I just decided to stick with the Bonanza right now. I just sat in my first one and I freaking loved it. So just wanted to give it a shot.
Am I on?
Yep.
Okay, so you want to know about
how to make
quinoa?
just for once and for all, tell me how to make this stupid thing.
It's really easy. It's like making pasta.
Okay.
So I just I'm actually not gonna try and tip that up for you.
Yeah.
I just do 1 cup of quinoa, and then it's 2 cups of water, and then you just put it on the stove and bring it to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, then you just lower it to simmer, and you basically just wait until all the water is out, like the grain absorbs it.
Okay, so you
then-
don't strain it. So the amount of
No.
water you put in there is important.
Correct.
Ryan says it's basically gross rice.
You guys are so critical. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't really care for rice, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, we're
really
a
like
bunch
it.
of
So this is like
blue-blooded men here. All right, so
I know, but I'm gonna turn this on so I can start cooking it.
yeah, Jambo, I like rice too. Mexican rice is good.
Oh, that is like your jam, and I cannot stand my rice.
Yeah, love a good Mexican rice. Maria. Oh man. AK Corton, I didn't see that message. Thank you. That is very kind. And Maria. So everybody, Maria 4LE is my mother. So everybody say hi to Maria. And Maria, welcome to Twitch. So if you want to if you want to say anything to a specific person, you just hit the @ sign and then their name, and then it'll do that. Yeah. Jambo, I do the same thing. There's a few things that I would eat every single night, and Julia cannot do that. She needs more variety. I could eat literally the same thing every single night.
Well, you used to eat literally the same thing every day.
Yeah. Hey, Maria, don't apologize. You're all good. Hey, what's up, my shoes? How's it going, dude? Yeah, good old Maria hanging out. That's pretty funny. All right, so for those of you that might be in the stream that are new, that might be lurking around, my name is Bill. And this is Julia. Wave. Say hi, Julia. There's Julia. We live in Orange County. I am a student pilot working on my private flying out of John Wayne, which is what I usually stream. I usually stream a, Cessna or Piper, usually a Piper because that's what I fly, PA-28, and, just kind of do local missions around Orange County. And we decided to do this stream because we had this idea last year, when I first got the sim, as a way to, right on cue, look at that, perfect turn, as a way to learn the sim. I decided to have Julia do this with me, but we went from Tacoma, Washington, where we were living at the time, and went point to point to all of the 7 wonders of the world in real time. We did all the flights, and every location that we would land in, we would make a meal based off of that location. So we already had that idea of combining what we have for dinner with where we're flying in the sim. But since I've been flying Pilot Edge so often in the LA area, in Orange County, we kind of got away from the, international or flying in other areas. So what we decided to do is make it one stream where we just pick a location. So the first test we did of this, we flew to Greece and had a really good Greek meal. So we're just kind of, however we come up with the idea, whether it's a place that we want to fly to or a meal that we want to have, however we decide, and we'll definitely take suggestions as well. If you guys have any suggestions, if you want to drop me a line in the Discord, be happy to, whether it's airport or food or a combination of both. So we just, salmon's an easy thing. It's something that Julia makes a lot, so it was easy for her to, her recipe is just something that she usually does. So we're just kind of going random point to point, not necessarily having to start outside of a location. We're starting in Alaska and flying to Alaska, but it's 2 kind of cool airports. The Greek one, we flew from Sicily to Santorini, so we kind of went from outside of Greece into the country. And some of the European cities, you might be able to do that, start in one city or start in one country and go to another. So that is what we're doing. And thank you all for joining us. Head up to San Jose and make some Mexican food. I'm not opposed to that. And actually, now that you mentioned that, Jambo, I was just texting with Julia today, and we should do a wine tasting version and go from LA to Santa Barbara, stop at Santa Barbara, have a wine from there, Paso, have a wine from there, and then Napa, have a wine from there. Oh God, Maria, what did you say? What I miss? Okay, so does quinoa taste okay, or is it typical it's good for you so it tastes like crap? It actually tastes okay, Ernie. It doesn't really taste like much, honestly, but it's just kind of like it's just rice a little bit, you know, and you really put it on certain things. And Fro, we're making some Alaskan salmon as we're flying through Alaska right now. I'm sure it's an acquired taste, but my ex always made it. I tried it several times and never liked it. It tastes like nothing. Tastes nothing like rice, and consistency is a little different. And then Maria says, "Is that why she's your ex?" Of course. Maria is a little son of a bitch. She's a smartass. Wine flight sounds like a great idea. That might have to be a Saturday one, because obviously we're not cooking anything, and just to kind of like hang out in here and do the flight and then have the wine ready to go would be fun. We'll get away from Ketchikan because Julia is watching baseball while everything cooks. Yeah, I like my mom too. She's got a fantastic sense of humor. It's amazing. She grew up with 4 older brothers, so that gives you any indication of what we're dealing with. Right, Maria? Yeah, right. We were just talking about the fact that it is conceivable that the angels could catch and pass them. It's unlikely because the angels also suck, but it's possible. Over, thank you. Mariners suck. Oh, I love you, Rhea. I friggin' love you. Alright, I'm going to check Sky Vector and make sure we're going in the right direction here. Okay, yeah, this is... Yep. Looking good. How about them Maple Leafs? What about them, Black Belt? What do you got? It's a curse. Yeah. Yep, well, signing Jerry DePoto to a long-term deal will not do much to reverse the curse. Oh yeah, hockey season. Go Ducks. Maria. Yeah, Jambo, I'm with you there. Go Niners for sure. Maria, your face was funny. My mom comes in to the chat, comes into the stream, and just starts throwing daggers at people. You gotta be on your toes, Black Belt.
Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, Game Slayer, what's happening? Let's find out where we are. No, I'm not a Rams fan, but I was born in San Francisco, and I'm not a football fan in general, but I've been a Niners fan for a while. Let's see what we've got... So we're 95 miles out. Let's see what our ETA is showing at our current speed. We got 31 minutes, Julia. My God, Maria. Maria, behave. Julia, we've got Maria in the chat just killing people off. What a dick. Does she like quinoa too? Oh my God. Welcome to my mother, everybody. And if you saw her, she looks like the sweetest lady. She just looks like a mom. She is as like stereotypical mom as you can get. And I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way, Maria. But she just looks like a mom. And then she will just get mad at my sister and drop a C word, and we all of our jaws hit the ground, and that just happened. I will straighten her out. Oh my God, it's too funny. That is ridiculous. And she's already doing anime emotes. Look at that. God, that's too freaking funny. All right, who else we got here new? Yeah, Chambo, my mom she's a definite smartass. But who do we have new in the stream today? I know I just kind of reintroduced myself not too long ago, but if we've got a bunch of new people, could kind of let them in on what we're doing at the moment and why there's a black band with a silly little logo up there. So what do you guys think about this? I've gotten a lot of oh, Flying Banana. What is happening, man? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So for Flying Banana, I'm Bill, and Julia is my wife, and she's got the salmon, which we can take a look at kitchen cam here. We'll just peek in there. So the quinoa's cooking, oven's going. But we're based in Orange County. Hey. I know, I love it. Hopefully it's a Piper. Hopefully a little Cub Pilot. But yeah, this is something different. This is a kind of a standalone, different from what I normally stream, and it's kind of fun. It's forcing me to fly to other airports in X-Plane, which I really like doing because there are some really fun airports like the one we're about to land at. Like, this approach is going to be super cool. MJ, you are more than welcome. We could have guest Discord members or something, guest followers, sample and do a little. I am like really bad at tasting food or being a food critic. I either like it or don't. But if we had anybody that is better at it, come on by. Nice, right? It's pretty funny, Banana. It is. It's worth it. It's just an image. You always ate my food, but then you ate anything. That is true. Oh my god. Jambo, you have this on your TV? Well, hello, Mrs. Jambo. How's it going? Welcome to Twitch. This is entertainment to us, which is freaking awesome. See if Julia's checking on anything. Yep, there she is. All right, let's see what are we doing? Nope, she's just putting the. Oh, she's gonna check it. Let's see what we got here. My shoes. Yes, I have. I did some pattern work in it on Monday, and it does not fall out of the sky. It's actually really nice to go full idle, and it keeps that. It stores the energy really nicely, which is cool. Jambo, I bet. Yeah, it's. Does it look pretty nice? If you're looking, you ain't cooking. All right, I think things are packing it back up. Dude, me too, Rye. I am pretty hungry. 85. So it may be a little bit harder than 85. Thank you. It doesn't, because you're going so much faster. It's a little bit harder to grease in there, but I was hovering around like 120-ish is kind of where I was with it. And then I did negative 33 in the Epic. So Jambo has this on his TV, so his wife can watch. So she is watching. Yeah. So say hi to Mrs. Jambo.
Hello.
I guess we don't have to be on Julia Kitchen Cam now since you're not in there. So we're about 24 minutes out, so we're going to be descending here pretty soon. It's done. It is. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so it is finished. Okay. And it's going to be 10 minutes. So I'll get you when we're 10 minutes to the destination, and I'll be like slowing down and doing the approach and all that stuff. So that should be plenty of time. Oh, Maria. It's Maria's bedtime. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Rhea. That was fun. Sure, everyone's going to unfollow now because they got berated by my mother, but...
Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle.
Dark on with another gifted sub. Yeah, my shoes is a good dude. He is a good dude. Just started redoing the I ratings in the DC-3, the freeware. That's awesome, Jambo. Yeah, that plane is a lot of fun. That is one of my favorite freeware planes for sure. She asked when dinner will be ready. Well, it is ready right now. We're just waiting to get to our destination because we have to get to Juneau before we can have our Alaskan salmon. Oh my god.
Too low. Terrain. Terrain.
Yeah, no, that wasn't... unfortunately, I did not do anything stupid yet. We're still We're still in cruise mode, so there's plenty of time to do something dumb. Look at the default scenery here. That looks really, really nice. And I am pretty sure that is default, right? That's not ortho. Yeah, I think that's default. Looks good. Nice and woody. Oh, sweet. Yeah, Jambo, that's pretty legit doing that in that plane. Man, that livery looks so good. Oh my god. Yeah, here's some better shots of the water too. Yeah, there's no real patterning in it. Banana, that's a really good question. It depends on how you do it, and depends on what you're trying to do. Like, this is my favorite question ever, because about a year ago, I was in the same boat where I knew nothing. I'm sitting on the ramp in the default Cessna, which is just the most simple plane you can get. And I couldn't get it to start, so I called up my dad and I said, Dad, I'm in the Cessna, I can't get it started, what do I do? And he walked through the checklist on how to start the plane, and it started up. And that was the epiphany where I thought, man, I could really learn how to fly a real plane using this. But it really doesn't take too long to learn the basics on, you know, how to start a plane and get going. I learned the sim by watching real world videos. So if there was a plane that I was that I have in the sim, I would watch a video of somebody flying that in real life. And Cessna 172 is a fantastic place to start, because it's there's more Cessna 172s than any other general aviation plane, and probably any other plane ever out there. So there's a ton of videos and a ton of instructional stuff based on that plane. And if you just start there and kind of take it slow and pick your home airport, that way you have some idea of where you are navigationally. You know, if you live in an area with some hills, you know, you might be able to pick out some different areas and how to navigate around. And then just start building up from there. Like I said, I learned by flying around the world and trying the different planes and learning the sim, like the actual program itself. And then I kind of narrowed it down and started focusing on planes that I would actually be flying in real life, which is where I inevitably took it, is flying the real plane in real life. And it helped me learn the real plane. So, you know, I've got like a couple of YouTube videos explaining going from the sim to a real plane, and so with some videos of the actual real flight. So but yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. Yeah, and Ryan says there's being able to take off and putz around, and then there's doing it appropriately. You can learn to take off and putz around relatively easily. I recommend, just like Bill said, pick a home airport and pick one plane to kind of get the hang of. Watch tutorials for that plane on YouTube and practice. That's all it is. And you have the best part about this. He also that's true, Black Belt. Yeah, that one won't help you too much. But Banana, if you have Discord, yeah, and oddly enough, that video has like, I don't know how many thousands of views. But join the Discord, and you know, we can help you with any questions you have. I mean, there's a ton of guys in the Discord that started from scratch as well, and you know, you can work your way up to flying on pilot edge with real air traffic controllers and simulating the real life procedures, and or like Ryan says, you can get some fun planes, you can download some stuff, you can fly a Blackbird across the country in an hour and a half and have fun, or you could take it really seriously and you could use this to get your pilot's license. Yeah. There's some other decent ones in there, Black Belt, but yeah, that one is pretty ridiculous. Would the sim be a good start for someone planning to get their license in the future? That's Banana. That's what I am doing right now. That is exactly what I am doing. I am getting my license in the plane that I fly in X-Plane 11 and at my home airport, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So let me grab a video for you that kind of talks about it a little bit more from the perspective of learning the real plane on X-Plane. So take a look at that. Yeah, that's true. Man, that looks really, really nice, doesn't it? 5,700 views on towing a glider in X-Plane. What do you know? Jambo, you did not tell me that you're an F-16 pilot. That is freaking sweet. And the more, what I will say too, Banana, is that there's a lot of things that the sim does really, really well that will train you for, the real thing. And a lot of it is procedural. But there's also things that it does not do very well, and understanding that is important as well. The differences along with the similarities. And Banana, thank you, sir, for the follow, man. Welcome aboard officially. Dude, just a ride in an F-16. Holy crap. That is definitely one of the prettiest military airplanes. Let's see what we have. What do we got here? Thanks, Darkin. Yeah, and I don't know everything, but I think what I do well is I am able to explain things, and it's just the way that, like, I think about them, but I'm able to take something, understand something, and then kind of like filter it in a way. So did Mach 1 and got my 9G. Holy crap, that's awesome. Yeah, this must be the unhealthy surprise. What is she doing? Yeah, it looks like whipped cream. I felt so sick lying in bed after. I bet, man. That is a disorienting feeling, I'm sure. Look at that. Like, I don't know what causes there just to be a missing scenery thing. I originally thought it was snow, but it is definitely not. Hey, what's up, Eyes? What is that? Okay, so there's sugar. There's 1 scoop. There's 2 scoops. Oh god. There's 3 scoops. Holy crap. What the hell is she making? We might be getting kind of close here. 34 miles out. We're getting there. I think I might know what that is, but I would have to, I don't want to guess. I actually have to like figure out some flying stuff right now actually. Okay, there's our arrival is right through here. That is sick. Okay, so we have to turn. All right, we're gonna go get the autopilot off. Cream fraiche, cafeteria fraiche. Cream fraiche is actually pretty good. What the F is she making? So we're shooting for this right there. So you can see that little point right there. We're gonna turn left right into there, and that's. Oh no, I take that back. No, we're gonna go right into here. We're going right into there. That would have been a bad mistake. Yeah, I think it's. I'm guessing that it's probably a dessert. I think she's looking at the recipe right now. It's not something I've had before. Okay. Now it's real multitasking time. We have to start descending to our, yeah, that is ugly. Holy crap. Don't look over there. Start descending to our final destination while we see what Julia's doing and then consult the checklist as well, because I need to make sure I don't forget to put the gear down or something. That would be scary. Climb, descent. All right. Owl flaps closed. I'm not even watching. I don't know what that was. What is she doing? Still can't look over there. I don't think it's creme brulee. Like I think it's probably Alaskan based. I freaking love creme brulee too. I'm with you, Jambo. That is my jam. Her mom makes a really good one. I like the ones that you do yourself. playing with fires. Playing with fire is fun. How far out are we? Arizona Aviator, thank you for the bits, man. We need, yeah, for sure. Need some good vibes here coming into land. Salt. Nah, that works perfect.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Banana, I think it's freaking awesome as a flight sim setup. My sim setup is basic, but I'm not using it. Like I wouldn't necessarily. I guess I am a sim flyer, but I am focused on flying in real life, so I'm not really focused too much on updating my hardware and getting all the, you know, the standalone GPS units and all that stuff. And flying too many different planes, it's kind of, if you have something set up specifically for one type of plane, makes it a little bit weird. Not like terrible, but it can be a little bit odd. All right, now check out this freaking approach. You go straight down this straight, and there's the airport right there. There's the runway. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. This is freaking rad. And here's what happens when you forget to switch tanks on a long flight. Yeah, there's that too, Jambo. Holy crap, it's expensive, but I would rather spend that money on flying a real plane than building up a sim cockpit. Not to say that like there's nothing wrong with that, because I can totally see the allure of building some insane thing out. And someday I hope to do both, but I would rather get the license first and focus on that. Yeah. Yeah, well, he also lives in a penthouse apartment in Manhattan, so I would say, instead of no thank you, I would say yes please, but not realistic. Yeah, comfy chair, 3 monitors, nice, you know, yoke pedal setup, quadrant. Okay. Look at this approach. How freaking cool. All right, let's get our... So we got gas. We got mixture props full forward. Get the landing light coming on. Let's go undercarriage. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, and if you get a VR setup, you don't have to build out your sim system. Good point. VR is pretty fun, Jambo. If you haven't tried it yet in X-Plane, it's crazy. Coming in on runway 26. Yeah. Runway 26. All right, so we should be pretty much configured here other than flaps, and we're really not close enough to get the flaps out. 7 miles out. So at 5 miles, we'll probably get the flaps out. Trim. There is our runway for 26. Like, how freaking cool is this approach? God, it is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Let's get our first notch of flaps coming in. Okay, did this whole flight, really nice. Now we have to put it down. Really nice. And right about 500 feet per minute. Okay, 97. Thank you, Ryan. That is very, very generous of you. We gotta fly this road here. 226. That looks freaking awesome. Are you kidding me? Look at that. I hope this is coming through okay for you guys, because this looks amazing to me. Jambo on the big screen, that might look really cool. We got 111, we got 97. Yeah, we got some HD trees going. There's a little tree line right on final here, so we kind of have to come in a little bit high. Too high. Let's get back on the glide slope. We're too high and we're a little bit too slow as well. Okay. Alright, my shoes is at 85. That is a very generous prediction, but I like it, and I will try not to let you down. Just love how this looks. This approach is freaking cool. They clear those trees. Right at 95, so we're perfect approach speed. There's glide slope. And then unlike the just flight, you can go to idle, you can transition, let it come down, and then flare. Gonna be a little bit 153. All right. I'll take that. That seemed like it was a pretty nice landing. It was a little bit one wheel after the other, but actually not too bad. And Juneau Tower, we are clear. Taxi to the ramp. Remain this frequency. And we're gonna, of course, check out that replay. Let's go down to the terminal. Check it out. Yeah, well, and I also have like it's really heavy because I did not do my fuel management. It was terrible. There are a ton of excuses. Bottom line is I'm overall pretty happy with that. And check out this scenery. How cool is this? Let's just stop here for a second and look at how good this is. Like, that looks freaking awesome. Oh, yeah, Jambo, the landing rates are absolutely 100% arbitrary. If that was my landing in real life, I'd be so excited. It's just like it's just a video game thing. It's just like a high score, basically. It's just trying to get the high score. That's how I take it. Like, I don't take it seriously as in like getting upset that I did not get a certain number. Like that was a great landing. Yeah, this is a super cool little airport. Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun trying to essentially play the game of like how does this thing calculate landing rates and how can I get the best number. Oh, look at the little V-tail. Let's park next to that Bonanza. Dude, this is a really rad scenery. Go over here. All right. Yeah, I could land that the Just Flight Arrow. I'll land under 50 almost every time. But yeah, that 17 was crazy. All right, let's see this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Dude, this scenery is freaking cool. Man, that's beautiful out there too. Got a bunch of damn planes on this ramp. Look at this thing. This thing looks alive. We got dudes walking. We got cars. We got all kinds of stuff. This is super cool. Okay, so now let's go to replay cam. Senior player, flight simmers take landing rates too seriously. You can float down the runway and land with barely enough runway. Exactly. 100. Senior player, that's exactly how I feel too. And that's where the game kind of comes in, where like you know that if you float it and land 3/4 of the way down the runway, you're gonna get a really good landing rate. But I would not call that a good landing in real life versus, you can have like a nice firm landing, like a short field style landing, and it's gonna give you a higher number, but I'd rather have -200 at the threshold than 50 3/4 of the way down. I don't think it's Mr. X. I had to download like every freaking library ever. And Ken, yes, this plane is really nice. There's a couple of kind of quirky things with it, but overall it's really nice. The scenery is freaking rad though. Yeah, they do. Yeah, so we're a little bit above glide slope here, and then we just kind of come into it right at the end. What's that? Okay. Yep, so yeah, there's a little bit of a float, and then left, right. Yeah, see, it wasn't the cleanest thing ever, but I would say that is pretty successful. Oops. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Ken. Let it float a little bit. It's really hard to gauge the back pressure with no feedback, and then down we go. All right. Nice. Okay, now that we are here in Juneau, nope, we want to get our doors open. Shut this thing down. Using a checklist and just crank it down. Okay. Can't have the Zebo smoothie at all. Yeah. All right. Let's check out what we have here. Let's go to just see what this looks like. Oh, look at that. Okay. So hang on 1 second. Jambo, yes, I do go to Temecula wineries. They're fantastic. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Radio check. 5 by 5. Love it. Yeah, this looks freaking good. Look at that, you guys. So we have the quinoa and then the salmon on top of that with the vegetables. So let's do a little taste test. Maybe not 5 by 5. We should have some leftovers, senor. Hot sauce on salmon?
Put hot sauce on everything.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Going back to the quinoa discussion, it really doesn't taste like anything, but it gives you, I mean, it's like nutritious. It's good for you. So when you add it with the salmon and with the vegetables and stuff, it does. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like amazing.
Yeah. No, it's pretty damn good. Yeah. Yeah, it's Tapatio. I'm probably not going to use Tapatio on my Alaskan salmon. Okay, so what were you making that we were watching you and trying to figure out what the hell you were doing?
I almost don't want to tell you because it didn't work.
It didn't work?
No.
Well, what was it supposed to be?
Well, I feel like I want to finish it, but I can't do it.
Well,
Half of it is made.
oh god.
Going with the theme here.
Yeah, Tapatio is the best. Try to fly to America Samoan. Absolutely. We give us some suggestions. So if you go, let's get that link in there, and that will send you to our Discord. So if you have, let us know on meals or location or
I don't always
beverage.
cook healthy, by the way. I'm open to.
Yeah. And yes, I am very left-handed. I'm gonna pull this out a little bit so it's not. Well, do you not want to tell us what it was
No, I can
trying?
show you.
Show us what it. I guess we're all dying to know what the hell I was. Is that a camera? Like it's falling. Stupid.
Remove it. How do you need it? Sit down.
Yeah, it's perfect. Let's get over there. Okay, I can't. Yeah, that's fine. I can't wait to see what this was. By the way, I am.
Very amazing now.
It is not lost to me that you guys are just watching me eat either. This is kind of weird.
Okay, so basically, this is the bottom part. This is ice cream. And then what I was attempting to make was meringue, which goes on top. And then you bake it. You bake it.
So you bake the ice cream?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. But the meringue.
Sort of close. You bake it. Okay, let's maybe. This might work. Okay, radio check now. Now, how about that? Let me know. Is that better? Is that worse? Is it the same? Do you really care? Check 1, 2, testing. That's a legit 5 by 5. Nice. All right, that's better. So is that an actual Alaskan meal?
Not a meal.
Or an Alaskan?
It's pound cake
It's pound cake?
with ice cream, and then you beat egg whites and sugar to make the meringue, and then you put it in the oven.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's not dinner. It's not healthy.
Holy crap.
But apparently that's like the dessert. Like if you go on a cruise or something to
Yeah.
Alaska, they like make it on that.
Make that. This is a nice light Beaujolais, which is a budget French wine that comes from the Beaujolais, which is literally the next town underneath Bordeaux. So you've got all of the super expensive Bordeaux wines, and then same climate, same ground, same everything, just not as fancy of a name, is Beaujolais. And it's like $7 for a bottle, and it goes with everything. It's red wine, but it goes with fish, it goes with chicken, it goes with steak. It's super good. All right, Ken. Well, I think we need to put Samoa on the list then, because that would be interesting. I would be interested in that for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a California thing to eat dinner right before you go to bed. Yeah, Senior, you got to try it. It's really good wine, and it sounds fancier than the price tag. So you can go to a party with your bottle of Beaujolais and tell them that it's in the region of France right next to Bordeaux, and they don't have to know that you spent $9 on it. But yeah, we could have some fun. I mean, I have no idea what Samoa cuisine is like.
More?
I have no idea.
The island? Like tuna, poke.
All right, well, Julia, I think that was excellent. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out on this first real go of this. Just a couple of OBS hiccups at the beginning, but I think functionally it went okay. So let me know, guys, if you're in the Discord. I would really love to hear your feedback. Thank you to everyone that's new to the stream as well. This is definitely different from what I normally do. I am learning how to fly out of John Wayne, and I kind of center my streams around specific flights. So this is something completely different. So let me know what you thought of it. It's delicious, and we look forward to hopefully getting some ideas from you guys on where to fly next and what to make, and maybe some beverage ideas. And we'll see. And Jambo, Mrs. Jambo, thank you for watching as well. Hopefully we don't look too much different on a big screen than we do on a little. It's like the difference between HD and standard depth. Let's see, who else? Senior Player, thank you so much for hanging out. And Ryan, thank you as well. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Jambo, Ernie, thank you so much. She wanted to talk, but she couldn't. I know it's a little bit of a one-way communication thing, a little bit, at least verbally. But maybe Jambo will let you chat or something at some point. That'd be kind of fun to get your input as well. Ken, thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you join us again very soon. And everyone that hung out, we had a very active chat, and I, of course, logged onto it late, so I didn't get Didn't get it?
So
Oh my god, Julie.
everything.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to continue eating this delicious dinner, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
I did it already.
What?
I already said goodbye. I did.
Okay.
Bye.